Hey everybody, welcome to our weekend check-in video for PSY-45 Research Methods for Saturday, June 24th. Like I always do in these weekend videos, I'm just going to go over a few reminders, comments, etc., anything I think you need to know to be successful in our course and stay on top of things. So thanks for coming to check this out. It'll really help you out. First up here is that all of you look like you're set up now on the Canvas course page, so you know to click your way through each module there, one item at a time. Look for those green check marks. That'll show you where you've been and where you haven't been, so do use those, and just kind of keep that in mind. Every module is set up like that. You got to click them in order to move forward. The only reason you can't get to an item is you didn't open up everything above it. That's the only reason it wouldn't work, so do keep that in mind. And certainly do work ahead whenever a unit opens up. Like, for example, our next unit's going to be unit 2, then 3, 4, 5, etc. As soon as they open up, go ahead and try to work ahead, knock out your quizzes, your discussions, your mind tap stuff, get all that stuff done so you can get those out of the way and focus just on your exam and whatever else you have to do. Next up here is that we had our first, I should say, a quiz and discussion on Chapter 1. That was due Thursday earlier this week. Most of you did a nice job. And by the way, when I do post comments to what you post on the discussion board, those comments that I put on your remarks are private only to you, so for your eyes only. I don't post those in the public area there, so do take a look at the feedback I give you for your remarks. I try to be constructive, and sometimes a few of you don't quite do it right as far as the discussion, so in case you're wondering why didn't I get the full points, I usually tell you why in the comments I post, so do check that out there. We do have our next chapter, Chapter 3, its quiz and discussion are coming up this coming Sunday, June 25th. So do keep that in mind. And the following chapter, Chapter 4, its quiz and discussion are due Tuesday of next week on June 27th. And do keep in mind that time differential there on the discussions versus the quizzes. The discussions are due a bit earlier at 9 p.m. The quizzes are due a bit later at 11:59 p.m. So please keep that in mind. And just a reminder too, as you saw in the welcome video and that orientation video that I posted there for you, all due dates can be easily found there in that syllabus link in the Canvas course menu, and also in the calendar link there in the Canvas main menu. And don't forget your Canvas to-do list, and just in the unit modules themselves you'll also find due dates and times there. If I put 4 places you can find the assignments and their due dates, so please do take advantage of that. Next up here is that your first unit exam is coming up next week, Wednesday through Friday, June 28th through June 30th there. I did post a recent announcement about that just to kind of give you a heads up and help you prepare for that there, so do read that announcement carefully. I do tend to post exam announcements about a week ahead of time just to give everybody a nice heads up there. There is a study guide available to help you prepare for the exam. If you scroll down to near the bottom of Unit 1, you will see it clearly says study guide, so do take a look at that. And you'll find in the study guide, once you open it up, there are a few items there that are italicized with asterisks all around it. That's going to be the content that your 2 short answer essay questions are based on. I don't make that a secret. I just try to give everybody a heads up to give them a fair shot at doing a good job on the essays. So look for those 2 areas every time you open a study guide for this and upcoming exams so you can be prepared. And when you do answer those essay questions, do not, and you'll find this in the instructions for the exam when you open it up there, and an announcement I'm going to post about it too. Do not copy and paste information from your textbook. Do not go online and find some psychology-related website to answer the question. Don't use an AI generator. I'll know if you do all those things. So please be careful to paraphrase and put things in your own word. That's part of the reason I give you the study guide, to help you do that ahead of time so you can nice and easy pop in your answer and not have to worry about that. Also, don't forget, and per what the information I had in the exam announcement earlier this week, don't forget your mind tap assignments. They are due this coming Tuesday, June 27th at 11:59 p.m. Mind tap assignments for the related unit chapters for any unit exam are always due 11:59 p.m. the night before the unit exam actually opens up. So I literally give you to the last minute to do those, but probably don't wait to the last minute because you're not going to have enough time to get through those mind tap assignments. And don't forget, on the mind tap assignments, you only get 1 chance to get the question right, and if you get it wrong, it doesn't give you a second chance, so it's important that you get them right. And don't click the submit button on any mind tap assignment until you're sure you're done answering all the questions you wanted to answer, because once you do that, it's the point of no return, and it can't be undone. And also, just a little note, the trial access for MindTap ends this coming Monday on June 26th, so keep that in mind. You do need to make your purchase there by that time, or you won't have access any longer. Next up, Unit 2, which covers chapters 5, 6, and 7. That's going to open up on Thursday this coming week on June 29th. And as I said a moment ago, as soon as it opens up, go ahead and work ahead. Get your discussions, your quizzes, get all that stuff out of the way, your mind taps. That way you can focus on other things. Next up here is that part 1 of your literature review paper is coming due also this Thursday, June 29th. There was an announcement about this, so take a look at that. Remember, your topic must be one from social psychology. It can't be on schizophrenia or drug use or autism or memory in human infants, that kind of thing. It has to be from an area in social psychology. When you open up the instructions for part 1 of the paper, and by the way, all the information about the literature review paper is in a dedicated APA literature review module. If you scroll down all the way under Canvas course page, past unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way at the bottom, you will see a dedicated APA literature review module. Open up the instructions for component 1. At the very top, there's a little short how-to video that I put up there, so do watch that. I walk you through with screenshots and narration and show and tell you what to do. It will really help you out. It's about 10 minutes, so definitely check that out. But as you'll see detailed in the instructions there, again, it has to be a topic from social psychology. And what you're going to submit, and only going to submit for this first part, it's pretty easy, is your topic. Also a thesis statement, which is simply a sentence or two indicating how you're going to approach your topic. So don't just say, I'm going to examine prejudice. What you might want to say was, I'm going to go ahead and examine what are some of the reasons identified in social psychology that would help explain prejudice, or what are some ways that seem to help reduce prejudice. I mean, you have to kind of give me some idea of what you're going to not just cover, but how you're going to cover it. So please keep that in mind. And you also have to have included 10 APA-style references. And as you'll see clearly in the instructions, these 10 references must be research articles, that is, research publications. So psychology-related books, websites, blogs, etc., those are not pieces of research. They must be actual pieces of research there. And so do take a look at that. There is a sample submission for you to examine, just so you can kind of see what you should be turning in. So do take a look at the sample topic, thesis statement, and list of 10 references in APA style. It'll really help you out. You can reverse engineer it and just have an idea of what you need to turn in. And you will also find helpful too, and I do mention this in the instructions, your pocket guide to APA style, which comes with your book. There is only an ebook version of that available, so when you go to the MindTap platform like you would normally do to do your MindTap assignments, scroll all the way down below chapter 15. There you will see a dedicated link to the pocket guide there, and do take a look at the chapters that I mentioned in the instructions. It will really help you out, especially with APA style. If you've not written APA style, it's kind of a technical piece of writing, but you have to have things formatted properly. And I also give you resources from the library website, also from the online writing lab, or the OWL, or the OWLS it's called. So I gave you plenty of resources to pull this together, so make sure you take advantage. And of course, do not wait to the last minute, because you're probably not going to have enough time to do it right. You will, when you're ready to upload your submission, there is a dedicated upload submission area there in that same APA module. It's right below the instructions for component 1, so do take a look at that. You are not going to email anything to me, and your file must only be in Microsoft Word, so no PDFs, no Google Docs, etc. Make sure it's only in Microsoft Word, and we'll be good to go. And everybody has free access to Microsoft Word. On any Canvas course page, there is a link there in the course menu for Office 365. Just click that, and there you will see a link to Microsoft Word. And per the instructions you'll find there, per the policies in the course on your syllabus, but I also put them at the bottom of the instructions for part 1 of the paper, and also at the bottom of the instructions for the submission area. I restate the late submission policy for the course. It's 10% deduction for being late. It's an additional 5% for every 24-hour period after that, and after 72 hours from the original due day and time, which is Thursday, 6/29 at 11:09 p.m., the submission area closes out and you won't be able to upload at all. Okay. Whew. So that's all I wanted to say for this time. We are going to have our live Zoom session on Monday at 11 o'clock, and unlike our one last week, these are always going to be on Monday at 11. And I've already sent out the Zoom link for that. So if you got any questions, you want to ask me in person, I will be there. It's not a lecture. It's not going to be going over the syllabus. I'm just going to be there for open office hours and make a few remarks like this just to kind of keep everybody on the same page. All right. Hope you're having a good weekend. And I know it's fast and furious in the summer, but remember, you signed up for this, and so you'll get through it. Most people do. So if you have any questions, email me via Canvas on our course page. Otherwise, I will see you in those lecture videos, and I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.